Huh. What's going on?
Oh, nothing. Doopy-doopy-doopy-doopy-doo.
Pah!
I've been sitting around here long enough. Not without consulting my interior decorator. Let's see how detachable this chair leg really is. Oops. I broke my chair leg.
Yeah, baby! Let's trash the whole place!
Hello? Hello? Can anybody hear me?
What do you want?
I want out of here.
Forget it!
What kind of way is that to treat a guest? We won't give up that easily, will we?
Hey? Hello?
Don't make so much noise in there! What do you want?
I couldn't help but notice how skillfully you're guarding this door.
Ah, you noticed that, eh? So you might have also noticed that I have my own technique. I developed it at the last tournament. Yep.
Really? So you're a famous athlete? Do you play on a team or something?
Oh, I play golf. Mini golf. Yep.
Mini golf? I'm getting all dizzy.
And with good reason, sweetheart. You know what? I'll turn on the AC for you. You can cool off a bit that way.
There's a draft coming from behind this gap. I could just cry, Harvey. I can't loosen these screws.
Aw, come on! You should be able to eat screws like that for breakfast! That certainly wouldn't have stopped you when you were little.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you used to be able to pull off a pretty cool trick.
Could I juggle burning chainsaws?
Not exactly that, but a couple of stupid screws would never have been an obstacle for you.
I must have been an extra laid-back kid. What else do you know?
That isn't how it works. Just remember, I'm a projection of your subconscious.
Nobody's perfect.
I can give your memory a boost, but you'll have to show me things that remind you of your childhood.
Like the screws?
Exactamundo.
And then?
Then I'll tempomorph us to the past.
Cool. I'm ready, Harvey.
Shall I tempomorph you to the past now?
Yeah, tempomorph me to the past.
As you wish. Hold on.
So this is the past? It looks like our old basement at least. And look at me. I'm young.
We've jumped back about 10 years.
Don't I have to be careful now that I don't run over my own grandpa or something?
No more than usual. We're just observing your memory here.
Ah, I see. so I don't have to be careful in case I step on some dinosaur eggs.
Not if you can find any.
I know what day this is. My father locked me up in the basement because I teased the neighbor's boy. His name was Albert or...
Alfred. Alfred Marcel.
Alfred Marcel? Like in Dr. Marcel? Oh no!
You better believe it. He's the son of the doctor in charge of the asylum.
Whoa.
But this shouldn't be a concern for us. We're here to teach you the art of loosening screws without a tool.
All right then.
I have to get my bearings first. I'll go first, if you don't mind. We can take turns, okay?
Okay.
Maybe Edna can open the window for me. I should talk to her about it. Hey, Edna, can you open the window for me, please?
Even I can't reach it, Harvey. If I could, do you think I'd still be sitting down here?
Edna? Will you help me up there? Just for a second?
Yeah, I think I can manage.
Oh, there's somebody sitting there. The guy on the left is Mattis, Edna's father. But on the right, hey, isn't that Alfred Marcel? That's the son of Dr. Marcel, the head of the asylum. Edna had to play with him a lot back then. But why is he sitting here eating ice cream with Mattis when Edna's locked inside? I don't get it. The chestnut burglar has escaped again. Maybe Edna can learn something from him. Guess what? The chestnut burglar has escaped again.
Oh no, not again. Last time he took 3 trees in our street alone.
Police are saying that he escaped using a chewed-off toenail.
Really? A gnawed-off toenail shouldn't be hard to come by. And now? I'm really curious to see if this is gonna work. I can't believe it! It really did work! The latch isn't held by the panel anymore. I can just open the door. This really is our old kitchen. I can't wait to go on exploring my past. No, not yet. It was all just about to come back to me.
I'm sorry. This was all I could remember. At least you learned how to loosen screws.
Right. Thanks, Harvey. Where would I be without you? Hello?
Well, sweetheart, what is it now?
I'd like to know more about mini golf.
Well, who doesn't? Have I already told you that I play in the professional league? Yep.
And I bet Mommy bought the club for you.
Ha! Do you think that a Babbitt & Son can be bought in just any store?
I give up. Where did you get it?
My father made it for me. Jeffrey Francis von Babbitt Sr.
Really?
as he lay on his deathbed. With shaking hands, he handed over his own Babbitt & Son titanium 7 iron. His lucky club. He told me to use it like he taught me.
Why don't you take your daddy's club
And whack it across your skull.
You're mean. My poor father. Just you wait. Let's see if you're still laughing when I turn the AC back on.
I think if I apply a little bit of force, I can pry it out of its casing. Help a lady out here, will you, Harvey? And... Ugh.
This Edna is a real challenge, Holgar.
That's Dr. Marcel's voice. It's coming from beyond this grate.
Quick, maybe we can listen in on what they're saying.
What do you mean by that, Dr. Marcel?
I'm at the end of my tether. It's been 10 years, and she can still remember.
You're afraid she might find out what really happened back then?
Pah! Nobody will believe her. Who's gonna believe a loony? The daughter of a convicted murderer.
So why are you worried?
I'm not worried. I just hate her resistance.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. My dad? A murderer?
There's something rotten in the state of Denmark.
Yeah, this Dr. Marcel is hiding something. As soon as we're out of here, we'll have to clear the good name of my father. Dr. Marcel and Holger are gone. Well, here we go again. I'm starting to get the hang of this. A polo mallet. Yikes!
Well, if it isn't Miss Edna, how did you manage to get out of your cell?
That mini-golf guy let me out.
Babbitt? He's getting less and less reliable. Dr. Marcel will be frothing at the mouth when he comes back from town. Be that as it may, you're coming with me now. I'll put you back in your cell.
Ha! Never!
Ha! Never!
You can't hide behind the desk forever.
We'll see about that. Yes, I should get rid of him. But where to put him? Ah, I know! The cabinet! Whoops!
Help! Murder!
Shh! In this panel, we see how the energy company disconnects the basement cave from the power grid. Presumably, Handy Boy will have to advance the money for the electrical bill again. Captain Useless acquired his superpowers when he tuned into the wrong station on his car radio.
No, thank you. I know it by heart. It was the only thing I could read in here.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless making contact with an alien life form. In this panel, we see Captain Useless stepping on Handy Boy's chemistry kit.
Hey!
Uh-oh, I better skedaddle.
Wait, you little brat! What's the meaning of this? Come back here at once! You'll break every bone in your body!
Why don't you come and get me?
Well,
Oh, isn't that cute? Our mini-golf professional has a fear of heights. Coward, coward!
yeah, you just laugh. But eventually, you'll have to come down from there. And that's when I'll show you.
Would you like to read something?
Good idea, sweetie. I'm a sucker for Captain, Wonderbra. Just come over here and give me the comic book. Yep.
I don't trust you. I'd rather keep the comic book. Wow. Looks like I still have a long way to go. In this panel, we see Captain Useless fighting gravity. Watch out, Captain! It's sneaking up on you from behind! Yes, folks, it's time once again for Edna Conrad and her dancing toenails. It loses some of its appeal trying to get in instead of out. In this panel, Captain Useless is filing a complaint with the moving company. In this panel, Captain Useless catches up on his high school education in night school. In this panel, we see Captain Useless winning the third place in pole sitting. In this panel, Captain Useless saves the day from behind his desk. In this panel, Captain Useless saves a pilot from his ejection seat. In this panel, a hobo wipes the windshield of the honkmobile. Watch out, Captain Useless! If he manages to draw a smiley face before the light turns green, you'll have to give him money. Never. This is a first issue. Now the handle can't be pushed down anymore.
What the? Hey! What's going on? I'm still in here! Hello! Hogor! Dr. Marcel! Somebody!
In this panel, we see Captain Useless trying to remember the phone number of his carpenter. Uh-oh, someone's sitting there.
Is that you, newbie?
To be honest, I'm a loony on the run.
Loony on the run. Right. But listen, newbie, if you've only come here to pull my leg, you might as well just take a hike.
In this panel, we see Handy Boy watering the flowers in the basement cave. In this panel, we see Captain Useless looking for the men's room. There's a year's supply of soaked paper cups in there. There's a huge selection. I'll take a particularly soggy specimen. Hello? Anybody home? Whoops!
Buzz off! This is my trash can!
Did you see that too? I'll just put it there, where it won't bother anyone. One is more than enough, and if you ask me, already one too many. Captain Useless watches Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Everyone has a right to dream!
Wouldn't you rather read something?
Don't get on my nerves.
TV junkie. In this panel, we see Captain Useless cleaning his ultrasonic earplugs. In this panel, we see Captain Useless drying the hair of Handy Boy with his fire breath. In this panel, we see Captain Useless cleaning his ultrasonic earplugs. Captain Useless's headquarters, the basement cave. At the push of a button, the tactical console converts into a foosball table that's unfortunately missing its ball. Captain Useless's greatest shortcoming. He can't blow bubbles. I'd better mark my way here. Hey, there was a surprise in there. It's a brand spanking new authentic police badge with small parts that could be swallowed. Cool. I bet only the toughest cops get the small parts that could be swallowed. What do you hope to achieve by this? Clean dirt? In this panel, we see Captain Useless cleaning his ultrasonic earplugs. In this panel, a hobo wipes the windshield of the Honkmobile. Watch out, Captain Useless! If he manages to draw a smiley face before the light turns green, you'll have to give him money. Captain Useless's headquarters. At the push of a... Captain Useless has the right key for every door. But unlike me, he also has the time to try each and every one. Captain Useless has the ability to check his bank balance using only his mind. Oh, Captain, you look so sad. In this panel, we see Captain Useless obtaining the temporary ability to give his adversaries electric shocks. In the next panel, we see him taking off his nylon costume again. In this panel, we see Captain Useless obtaining the temporary ability to give his adversaries electric shocks. In the next panel, we see him taking off his nylon costume again. That's an electric chair, not a bar stool. Not necessary. Everything is under control. In this panel, we see Captain Useless cutting off Handy Boy's ear. In this panel, we see Captain Useless step into Useless Cat's litter box by accident. Captain Useless has the right key for every door. But unlike me, he also has the time to try each and every one. In this panel, we see Captain Useless pinning a picture of the Hawkmobile to the bulletin board at the supermarket. Let's see. Just another load of files. Hey, this looks useful. There's a list of the current inmates. It shows where I can find the corresponding patient histories. I seem to know some of the names. Well, normally I don't care much about files, but snooping around in other people's patient histories is so delightfully prohibited. So, whose patient history shall I look at? Is this supposed to be a patient's history? I quote, name, Adrian, king of the recreation room. First pet, red cat. Characteristic, was always chosen second during physical education lessons. That's all. Is this supposed to be a patient's history? I quote, name, Drogglejug. First pet, green dog. Characteristic, was always chosen third during physical education lessons. That's all. Oh, great balls of fire! There's cutlery in there. Let's see. Now, what have we here? A knife and a fork. This series of surprises just keeps on coming. What's this? Not one spoon? Where the heck are the spoons? I'll take it. I don't see any similarities whatsoever. Captain Useless has the astonishing ability to dream in Dolby Digital Sound. That doesn't work that way.
Huh? What do you mean, that doesn't work that way?
Well, it says so on this bulletin. Down here, this doesn't work.
Strange statement, and with no information value.
Not everyone can have as much to say as we do.
Let's stir the pot a little, shall we?
Oh, Harvey, that doesn't work.
Now you've said it!
What? Oh, dang it. Well, fine. It's all in the open now. That doesn't work, that doesn't work, that doesn't work. I'm actually rather relieved. I guess no one will notice if I just put it down here. This one is as soaked and filthy as the last one, and I bet it's just as useless too. Ew, icky. No, that would leave water stains. I'll just put the cup in the cabinet. It's useless anyway. That'll be a nice surprise when he sits down. That'll be a nice surprise when he sits down. Yeah, I can reach between the desk and the drawer with this. With any luck... There! Success! There's an old key in the drawer. I'll take that. I bet it's important. Dr. Marcel kept it hidden in a locked drawer after all. Although Captain Useless isn't known to tilt against windmills, he's definitely not a friend of them. In this frame, Captain Useless fights the dust mites of Dune. So typical. I sneak out of my cell, risking my life in the process, slither through claustrophobic chutes, fight against massive muscle men, just to get myself a comic book. And then I just sit in my cell to read? Sounds like a great plan. Ha! Ha! This one is as soaked and filthy as the last one, and I bet it's just as useless, too. There's no water in it to stain the chair with.
So we'll have to come up with something else. I'd settle for a tack.
Do you want something to drink, Babbitt?
Oh, how considerate of you, darling. Hey, it's empty, and it's used! Ugh, and on top of that, it's filthy!
Hee This one is as soaked and filthy as the last one, and I bet it's just as useless, too. Right. I guess I won't need that anymore. This one is as soaked and filthy as the last one. And I bet it's just as useless, too. Wow, looks like the shower scene in Psycho. Oh no, it was already so soaked that the water tore it apart. Wow, looks like the shower scene in Psycho. It's not ground coffee beans, but what the hey? This one is as soaked and filthy as the last one. And I bet it's just as useless, too. Mustard flavored. Let's see. Wow, that really worked. Can you remember this, Harvey?
Yes, indeed I do! You and Alfred had a private lesson with Mr. Hornbush. The lesson was utterly boring. And while Alfred did his best to follow, I taught you how to forge signatures.
Do you think we can go back there so I can learn it again?
That should be no problem. Are you ready?
Yeah. Temple morph me to the past.
As you wish. Hold on.
Oh dear. I really do remember, I'm afraid. This is Mr. Hornbush's math class. He was very strict and he always picked on me. I'm afraid that if I don't pay attention, he'll lock me in the cupboard again. This is a riddle you have to solve on your own. Good luck, Harvey.
Edna is the queen of the slide. She can even slide uphill. I wonder if it can be of any use. I'd love to know what it says. This hole in the cupboard could prove very useful. I think Edna is afraid of Mr. Hornbush. Edna! They have a new slide at the playground!
What? I've got to go there. I can't risk anyone breaking my record in slalom sliding.
Mr. Hornbush! Mr. Hornbush! Edna's talking to herself again, and I can't properly concentrate on my assignment.
Edna Conrad, you keep interrupting the lesson. I'll give you an official warning. On the third warning, I'm putting you in the cupboard. Do you understand?
I'm sorry, Mr. Hornbush. It'll never happen again.
Edna! They have a new slide at the playground!
What? I've got to go there. I can't risk anyone breaking my record in slalom sliding.
Mr. Hornbush! Mr. Hornbush! Edna's talking to herself again, and I can't properly concentrate on my assignment.
I have to ask you to behave, young lady. That is the second warning, Edna. Interrupt the lesson one more time, and I'll put you in the cupboard.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hornbush. It'll never happen again.
Edna! They have a new slide at the playground!
What? I've got to go there. I can't risk anyone breaking my record in slalom sliding.
Mr. Hornbush! Mr. Hornbush! Edna's talking to herself again, and I can't properly concentrate on my assignment.
Edna! That's it. Enough is enough. Into the cupboard. Come on, move it.
But...
No back talk now.
Can you reach the letter?
Sure. I can't make out anything. It's much too dark in here.
You could pass the letter through the hole. Then I can read it for you.
Good idea.
This is incredible. The letter is from Dr. Marcel, addressed to Mr. Hornbush. The doctor is paying him money to hold you back in school. And he stresses that under no circumstances are you to be allowed to leave class early. Especially, and this one's underlined, when the weather is good.
I can hardly believe it. Obviously, Dr. Marcel has been carrying out a personal vendetta against me for a long time. He'll pay for this.
This all seems a bit illogical to me, but I've seen it written in black and white.
We'll get to the bottom of this eventually.
Maybe you should ask Mr. Hornbush to let you take part in the lesson again.
I can't believe that you, of all people, would say that, Harvey.
Why? We can wreak more havoc that way.
That, of course, is true. Mr. Hornbush!
Isn't that your father's handwriting on the note?
Yes, why? It's just a little memo about my sandwich.
Well, how about we create our own little note for Mr. Hornbush? In your father's name.
You mean we'll forge his handwriting?
We'll just borrow it. After all, you have plenty of time in here to practice it. Or did you have other plans?
You're right. This really sounds like a good idea. Maybe I'll even manage to get out soon enough to enjoy the weather.
That's how you learned to forge signatures back then. You got so good at it that after a while you could forge anyone's signature, just by looking at it.
Yeah, I think I could still do that. I really hope this is going to help me. This classroom is not exactly what I call one of my favorite memories.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless, trying hard to remember the passcode to the basement cave.
Stop that.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless, entangled in his dental floss. In this panel, we see Captain Useless fetching his spelt grain cushion from behind the oven. In this panel, we see Captain Useless, trying hard to remember the passcode to the basement cave. In this panel, we see Captain Useless, trying hard to remember the passcode to the basement cave.
Okay. I think I could learn to forge this signature.
Sometime later.
That should do it. I can make an exact copy of the signature now. Loser. That doesn't work that way. I didn't come here to tidy up.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless cutting off Handy Boy's ear. In this panel, we see Captain Useless trying to remember the phone number of his carpenter. Uh-oh.
Hey, it's prohibited to pass through here.
Can't you see I'm the newbie?
Always the same witty remarks, Miss Edna? Maybe the doctor should be less thorough when erasing your memory. You always come up with the same old tricks. What else you got for me? You have a special permit? You're just visiting? Or no, wait. You're not really even there, right? You know, I've really had it up to here with you. Alarm! Patient on the run!
What's going on?
What do you think? There's a patient on the run!
Where are all the others? Aren't Babbitt and Holger around?
Isn't that something you should know? I've been sitting here all day. I don't know what else is going on. But obviously the whole building is in chaos since the doctor went out.
It's just, I've never dealt with an attempted escape before. Alright, I'll just put her in here with the others. That must be what I'm supposed to do. There, you stay here till the doctor is back.
Something seems to have gone patently wrong here.
In this panel, we see Handy Boy forced to sleep on the sofa again. Do you want to read this comic book?
Captain Useless? Is it by any chance the issue where he fights against Dr. Yo's lactobacillus?
No, it's the quiche of death.
Ah, the quiche of death was a good one, but frozen yogurt is still my favorite.
Hello. Hey, you don't have to hide from me.
How can I be sure? You could be a velociraptor in disguise.
May I please change the channel?
By no means. I need to know how this ends. The fate of mankind depends on it.
The dinosaurs become extinct.
That can't be. They're just pretending to lull us into a false sense of security. I wonder what they're up to. Are they secretly planning to melt the polar ice caps? You can change the channel. I need to make preparations.
Welcome to the Stock Exchange News. This is about two things and two things only: buying and selling.
Great. Out of the frying pan and into the fire.
Welcome to the Stock Exchange News. This is about two things and two things only: buying and selling.
Buy now?
Buy now!
Buy now.
Buy now!
Buy?
No! Stop buying!
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hold on a second. Yes? Do you want anything in particular?
Can I borrow your telephone?
Absolutely not. This phone is my lifeline. I don't dare think about what could happen if I was unavailable. Just imagine me putting that thing away for a minute. When my wife is shouting, "Look, Brucey, it's a boy," for example. Or worse still, imagine, during that brief distraction, when I look over to my wife, my stock portfolio goes into free fall. I would lose millions because I hadn't been on the phone just for a tiny little instant. One moment of carelessness, and my whole life is in ruins.
Not really important. Go on with your phone call.
I was planning to do that anyway. Hello? You still there?
Hello? Hello? Bye.
What's that? Buy?
Bye.
Buy?
Bye.
Buy? Wouldn't you recommend selling eventually?
Look, Brucey, it's a boy.
What? What?
Just a joke.
A joke? Oh no. Not again. The phone call! Hello? You still there? What's that? What? Lost everything? Not again! Okay. I understand. Alright. Later. Didn't you want to make a phone call? Here. You can keep the phone.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless get totally lost. In the next panel, we see Handy Boy searching the glove compartment for the street map. In this panel, we see Captain Useless in the next...
No. Did...
Captain Useless, like one of his more famous colleagues, uses a phone booth to change his appearance. That's why he doesn't like those modern open kiosks.
You don't put things in there. Things come out. I hope.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless exercising his right to call his lawyer.
What was that? Change! Good idea. Now it's sparkling, like a snail that was hit by lightning. Good idea. Now it's sparkling, like a snail that was hit by lightning.
In this panel, we see Handy Boy forced to sleep on the sofa again. Hold it. Para-ornithological branch of the FBI, Special Squad. Sergeant Edna.
Druggle Jug?
Of course I can show you identification.
Druggle Jug.
You bet. Can I have access to the king now?
Druggle Jug.
Cool. Thank you.
Well, well, well. My scouts reported that you'd be coming. A new power, they said, is on the rise in the eastern realm of the recreation room to overthrow me and my kingdom.
What are you talking about?
So, you managed to overcome my god. Poor, devoted Druggle Jug. I will avenge him with your blood.
What?
But woe is me. My hand is weak, for the weight of a sword is far too much for me to bear.
Have I been temple morphed into the wrong game?
Before you usurp what my dynasty has achieved through the years, my castle, my throne, and my gold medal from the jigsaw puzzle contest, you will have to defeat me in a mental duel. Are you prepared for the challenge?
I am ready.
So be it. Let the joust begin. There's no turning back now. It's all or nothing. Victory or defeat, glory or shame, fish or cut bait.
You know how to create suspense.
I will ask you a question, and you shall give me the answer or perish.
All right. Just ask the question.
Well then, the question is heads or tails?
That's all? Heads or tails? That's the duel for the royal throne?
Heads or tails?
Heads.
Tails. Well, maybe you'll have better luck next time. Have you had enough?
I want to try once more.
So be it. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Tails. Well, maybe you'll have better luck next time. Have you had enough?
Why must I always lose?
Do not blame yourself. There was a time when I too had to endure the same misfortunes as you. I tell nary a lie. I was a regular misadventurer. But then I went out for a walk one night. On the roof of the tower, there was a thunderstorm brewing. I opened my umbrella as a precaution, and my feet were immersed in buckets of water when I noticed that the TV antenna was crooked. Immediately, I took it upon myself to rectify the problem. What I remember next is seeing a dazzling flash of light. What exactly it was, I cannot fathom. But after that incident, I've never been off the mark again.
Well, I'll be gone then.
Cheerio!
Surprise! Oops. In this panel, we see Captain Useless fighting the cheerleader mafia. Watch out, handy boy. They're spelling pain.
Could you please turn off the lights before you go?
Do it yourself. I'll call it a new beginning.
The secret entrance to the basement cave is hidden behind a bookshelf. Unfortunately, the doctor has advised Captain Useless against heavy lifting. That's why he's recently only been using the not-so-secret front door.
Do you happen to be in need of a pot holder?
No, I don't happen to be. I always carry my own pair, and that pair matches my costume.
Whoa! Do you want to swap?
All right, why not?
The choice is rather limited. Except for the stinky drink, everything has been crossed out. I've got something for you. This will get you back on your feet in no time.
I doubt that.
Barkeep, one drink, please.
Of course, my dear. What will it be?
A stinky drink, please.
One stinky drink coming up.
That's cute. With a little umbrella. But what's that funky smell? Did somebody die suddenly? I must be crazy.
Are you all right? Edna, say something.
The natives have surrounded the fort, Colonel.
Phew, thank God. Everything back to normal. How was the drink?
So.
Well, at least you finished it.
Yes, I had to destroy it. Something as diabolical as this stinky drink should not roam free in the world. Besides, I didn't finish it completely. I left the fly. Yes, I think I can learn the barkeeper's handwriting. He's a bit dyslexic, it seems. He even writes stinky drink with 3 X's. What shall I write? XXX. Okay. Barkeep, 1 drink, please.
Of course, my dear. What will it be?
1 XXX, please.
It's not on the menu.
Of course it is. Bright and clear.
What? Let me see. You're right. What came over me? I don't even have the ingredients for that. Where the hell am I supposed to muster up minced meat? If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the basement and fetch my rifle.
Coffee.
Captain Useless has the astonishing ability to quit smoking 3 times a day.
You don't put things in there. Things come out. I hope.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless scrounging some loose change for the laundromat. In this panel, we see Captain Useless trying to remember the phone number of his carpenter.
Here, I've brought you a cup of coffee.
How considerate of you.
I could press the fly into the earwax.
That sounds good to my ears.
So why don't we just do it? It resembles a mosquito that's been enclosed in tree resin.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless running out of ideas.
I've got something for you.
Oh, I can't believe it. Dino DNA embedded in amber, like it should be. This is exactly what I need for my dino breeding program. May I keep it?
What will you give me in return?
Well, the only thing I can give you is my ticket for the laundry lift. After all, I no longer need to travel to my Peruvian amber mines. Do we have a deal?
Done deal. This is supposed to be a ticket? That's just a coat hanger. Excuse me, please.
Yes, my child.
Do you really need this coat hanger for your weather experiment? I've got one here that's at least as good.
Aha. And now you'd like to swap.
That would be nifty.
Well, if it makes you happy.
Thank you. You're a real friend. The laundry lift must be kept in clean condition at all times. The laundry lift must be kept in clean condition at all times. The laundry lift must be kept in clean condition at all times. The laundry... I've got my ticket.
May I see it? Very well. You may pass.
The next exit is approaching. The laundry lift must be kept in clean condition at all times. Wow, looks like the shower scene in Psycho. Wow. Wow. Stop fidgeting for a moment. I have an idea. You're free!
Wow!
What's going on? What have you done?
Are you a surgeon or something?
In this panel, we see a clumsy Captain Useless lean on the panic button accidentally. In this panel, we see Captain Useless arriving a full calendar week late. In this panel, we see all the fuses in the basement cave below. In this panel, we see Captain Useless fighting for house rules and justice. Here we go.
That's strange. Where's Mr. Frock? The next exit is approaching. The next exit is approaching. The next exit is approaching. You're not supposed to eat chips in bed.
Here we go!
The next exit is approaching. Hello? Is anybody down there?
Yes, there's somebody here. What's up?
I've got something maybe you could use.
I hope it's a spoon. That's supposed to be a spoon?
It has to be. The barkeeper stirred his drinks with it.
Well, what the hey? This will have to do until you found the proper one. Thanks for your efforts.
Very good idea. I'll just sign the form with Dr. Marcel's name.
Very interesting, Mr. Pokey. And this object interaction you were talking about, is this happening in this room right now?
Are you even listening? All of us in here are nothing more than...
Hold on a second. Yes, what can I do for you? Why don't you come a little closer? This is the group therapy session for video game designers. If you don't have a signed registration, you can't attend.
I have a signed registration.
Very well then. Please have a seat with the others. Okay, if everybody's ready, would you, as a new member of our group, like to begin, please?
Yes, I'm ready.
Would you be so kind as to introduce yourself to the group?
If that's necessary. Hello, group. I am Adrian, king of the recreation room.
I see. Would you please tell us something about your formative years?
I was always picked second during gym class.
Second. I see. Let's move on to the next question. What color would your pet have been if it had been a dog?
Green.
Green. Well, well. The case is clear. You've been struck by lightning. Your inability to resist atmospheric energies has frustrated you. That's why you developed a control psychosis. You have to be on top of everything all the time and everywhere. This desire is so deeply seated that your subconscious has developed precognitive abilities. Why don't you just let go? Not everything has to be subject to your control. Lightning is one of these things. You don't have to feel insecure or helpless because of this. That's it. You're cured. You may go now.
Whoa. I'm stunned. Harvey, are you still there?
Don't worry, Edna. I'll always be with you.
One is more than enough. And if you ask me, already one too many.
At the same time, not far away.
Stay tuned for another mind-blowing story about people with big...
What the... Not again. Why don't we get cable here? So what? I'll just go back to watching the Looney Show. What the heck? The monitors. They're showing a pattern. It's a message.
Yeah. Even though the fire is dead, why not? This one is as soaked and filthy as the last one. And I bet it's just as useless, too. I'll just put it back as if nothing had happened. This one is as soaked and filthy as the last one. And I bet it's just as useless, too. Cool. Now I've got mud. I think I could make an imprint this way. Wow, that really worked. I'm Sherlock Holmes.
You're Watson. I'm Holmes.
I'm Holmes. You're Watson.
No way! I'm totally Holmes.
What's going on out there?
I'm Holmes, and you are Inspector Clouseau.
Deal.
I'll just put it there, where it won't bother anyone. Beam me up, Scotty. This looks dangerous. Ah, what the hey? The next exit is approaching. Hello.
Hello, young lady. Wait. Stay there. There's no doubt. You're different from the others. Your aura is highly energetic. Who are you? Where do you come from?
I am a free spirit. I've come from the cosmic stream of existence.
Haven't we all?
Yeah, but not everyone used a polo mallet to paddle here.
You are a strange girl, aren't you? So, once again, who are you, and where do you come from?
I'm Edna. It's not important where I come from. The important thing is, I want to get out of here.
Yes. Your impulse for freedom is very strong. Your chi doesn't only flow, it gushes. You have been reprimanded far too often. You have been hindered far too long. The levees are about to break. The volcano is about to erupt.
Wow, those are good guesses.
What brings you here, Edna?
Who lives in the Cushion Castle?
That would be King Adrian. Quite an interesting case. He got struck by lightning and developed certain abilities after that. In fact, his case supports some of my theories.
Can you help me beat him?
Who do you think I am, Mr. Miyagi?
Oh, please. With sugar and cream and a cherry on top?
Well, all right then. I have a radical idea how to level the playing field. But you won't like it.
Tell me.
Electroshock therapy.
What?
We'll give you electroshocks so that you can predict things as well.
I'm not sure.
We can meet at the electroshock therapy chair, and off we'll go. I'd need a better coat hanger, though. The inspector won't let me ride the laundry lift with this one anymore. What do you think?
I'm really not sure if I'd like that.
Take your time and think about it. When you're ready, just bring me a better coat hanger.
I've made a decision. I want the shock treatment.
Brave child. Get me a better coat hanger, and off we'll go.
Let's talk about something else. I have to get a move on.
Take care of your karma.
Let's go! I want shock treatment.
Very well, then. We'll meet by the shock therapy chair. Can you find the way?
I hope so.
So off we go.
The next exit is approaching. I'll just put it there. It won't bother anyone here. Here we go! The next exit is approaching.
Ah, Edna. Finally. So, are we ready to go?
Sometime later.
I hope you're all right over there. This is your last chance to change your mind. Too late.
Wow, that was really something. This one is as soaked and filthy as the last one, and I bet it's just as useless too. Uh-oh.
It's
I'm
not so. Hello?
What's going on?
What do you
Where
isn't this? I don't know, but
It's alright, that must be. There, you stay.
Would you like this filthy water cup?
Can I use it as an egg cup for dino eggs?
Sure.
Well, in that case, I'll take it.
And? Don't I get anything in return?
Well, what exactly is the equivalent of a filthy water cup supposed to look like? A broken shoestring? A ball of spider webbing? A share in General Motors?
You know what? You can keep it anyway.
Well, well. You have returned to challenge me yet again, as I foretold. Are you prepared to suffer another defeat?
Which place were you picked for a team during physical education class?
First, of course. What other place is there for one such as I?
Ha! And what kind of pet did you have as a child?
A large, snappish dog.
Just a second. It doesn't work like that. What color was it?
What is this supposed to be? Some kind of therapy?
Well...
So tell me, which color was he?
Red.
Wow! You're right! Suddenly, I feel so understood. And everything is so much clearer. Yes! I was hit by the same flash of lightning twice in a row. And feeling utterly helpless, I developed a control psychosis. I should start to relax and take it easy. Not everything has to be subject to my control.
Exactly.
Hey, thanks. You've helped me a great deal.
I want to try once more.
So be it. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Indeed, heads. My turn. I choose tails. What's that? That cannot be. It's heads. What does that mean?
Well, foremost, this seems to mean... Edna is the king! Edna is the king! King, 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 king! Give me the medal, you mental! Your throne is mine now! Wow! The medal really is made out of genuine gold! The next exit is approaching. Here we go! The next exit is approaching. Okay. This should work. Okay. This should work. Okay. Okay. Cool. The water has cooled off the molten gold. Yippee! I've made it! My own master key! Yeah!
I'm free at last!
Yippee! Let's go to the zoo then!
We can't do that, Harv. I have to find some evidence that exonerates my dad.
In that case, I hope the information can be found inside those high walls.
What? Darn it!
Meanwhile,
What's going on here? Why aren't the patients having lunch?
Doctor, we have a problem. Holger and Babbitt are missing.
I've just solved one of the problems.
Doctor, it's a catastrophe! Edna's escaped from her cell!
Babbitt, how often have patients escaped from their cells?
You mean on a daily basis? 3, on average.
And how many of them have escaped over the wall?
Well, none.
None. That's right. The only way in or out is the main gate. And even if she finds a way to open the gate, she'll never get half a mile without a vehicle. She must still be somewhere on the premises. Search every floor, one after the other. And would you please escort the patients to lunch?
These are the sorts of things you learn watching TV or playing adventure games. And now, I don't know how to drive. I should get some help. If I'm very careful, I might just be able to, without setting off the alarm. Uh-oh.
Who was that?
Yeah! Yeah!
Okay, I have a plan. We'll forge the signature of Ban Ki-moon, then we'll invite the snake to a state dinner. When it finally gets careless from all the wine and listening to the band, we'll jump from behind the buffet and gag it. Then we'll have to act cool until we can politely excuse ourselves, stopping only to tango with the president's daughters first.
Oh, Harvey, I can't remember how to tango.
There are risky elements to the plan, I know. Just think about it. Okay, I have a plan. We'll pretend that our car has broken down. When the snake comes by, it will stop at the markings clearly laid out to help us. At that moment, we'll pull a rope and a rock will fall on the marked spot. But the rock will be stuck, so we'll have to pull harder. Out of frustration, we'll shove the snake away from the marked spot and stand there ourselves. Only then will the rock give way and bury us instead. All that will be protruding from under the rock will be our hand. The only thing left for us to do will be to hold up a sign that says, ouch!
Have you run out of your own ideas?
I don't copy, I'm paying homage. There's a huge difference. Okay, I have a plan. We'll join the government and pass a bill that outlaws all snakes. After the law has been passed, we'll join the snake hunting task force. Then it's just a matter of beating the bushes until our snake shows itself.
I don't know. I hate plant cruelty.
I'm afraid I'll have to eliminate you now. You're compromising the plan. Okay, I have a plan. We'll attach legs to the sky and lure the snake outside. Then we'll pull away the legs again. And when the sky comes falling down, the snake will be crushed beneath it.
Won't the sky block the door to the outside as well?
Oh yeah. How do we get around that?
Beats me.
Don't try to wiggle out of this. This phase of the plan was your responsibility.
Oops! I found a van!
Have you now? Good. So the hopes I put in you weren't all for naught.
It's in the motor pool garage.
You go right ahead. We'll meet there.
Uh-oh, there's Dr. Marcel's driver.
Guantanamera! Oh? Is anybody there?
I better find another way. Yippee! It still works! Blah! Old and inedible. What's that? An alarm? This might work. The chef's not looking right now. Hey, psst. I've got the master key, and I'm planning to escape. Are you coming too?
Okay, but on two conditions. First, we're only coming if you have an escape plan ready. Secondly, you'll have to distract the guards somehow.
Work on escape plan, distract guards. Got it. I'll go hide again.
All right, see you later.
I'm not touching it with my bare hands. Maybe it's time for more savage measures. Before I can start a disturbance, I'll need a plan first. Oh, you're already here.
Yes, I am. This is a pretty nice ride you found here. Except, not only is a rear wheel missing, the motor won't start. I think it's the wiring. But I'm not an expert.
So what are we going to do?
Good question.
Uh-oh.
Who was that?
Hello, Alu. Oh, champ.
Ah, hello, Edna. Still trying to break out?
We have an escape vehicle, but we'll need your help.
Yes, yes. Aluman saves the day again. How can I be of help?
The motor won't start. It's the ignition. And since you know your way around electricity, I thought...
All right, all right. Where did you say the car was?
It's in the open garage at the motor pool, next to the back door.
Okie dokie. I'll have a look at it then.
Sounds like someone's eating in there. I'll risk it. I'd rather not go in there just like that. It's crawling with guards. This might work. The chef's not looking right now. Before I can start... This might work. The chef's not looking right now. Before I can... Hey! Psst! Do you have any idea how I can distract the guards?
The surest way would be a food fight. All you have to do is provoke an argument, without getting involved yourself. You'll have to find a weak spot.
I'll go hide again.
All right, see you later.
Cool. All I have to do now is wait for the Flatfoot. Before I can start a Hey! Psst. I haven't. Our escape. The only.
Very good. All you have.
I'll go.
All right.
Food fight!
I hope Hottie and Marty got out of there in one piece. Oh yeah, the bird bath has to come with me. I'm looking forward to use bird bath with Dr. Marcel's desk. But what's this? My hands are so badly drawn that I can't lift the bath. Zounds. This is the perfect place for my rake. Wow, it emanates an incredible calm now. Hey, Alu.
Ah, Edna. How nice to see you.
What do you think about the pattern that I've raked?
What? This is exactly what I needed. It vibrates in unison with my chi. I feel the energy flowing into me. You go ahead to the car. I'll be waiting there.
You mean you'll follow?
No, I'm already there.
You're also able to teleport?
Yes, it's either that, or Pokey was too lazy to draw an animation.
It's not exactly the right make, but it should do as a makeshift solution.
Would that be of any help?
That is exactly what I need.
The motor is running. It really is?
What did you think? Of course it's running.
Edna, now it's your turn again. You need to find a way to open the main gate.
Cigarettes? Chewing gum?
Gum would be nice.
I'm on it.
Who's there? You just wait. I'll get you.
Yee.
Hey, what's going on?
I should do something that prevents the guard from closing the gate again.
Hey, what have you done? Get out of here!
Why is the gate open? The gate has to be closed at all times.
What? The gate is still open? That little brat has tampered with the controls.
What's that sound?
A running motor. In the garage. Hey, what's going on? There's nobody here.
What? Who?
So, where are we destined for?
Rio de Janeiro!
I want to go to my father's house. There must be some clues there about what really happened back then. Something that can exonerate my dad and reveal Dr. Marcel's evil ploy.
That's also a good idea.
I'd have to know where exactly this house is. And how one operates this thing.
Where am I? What happened? There must have been an accident. Harvey? Harvey? Are you all right?
I'm okay. You don't get hurt easily when your spine is made of terry cloth. But we seem to have lost a whole lot of things.
Oh, hello.
Have you sorted things out?
What are you up to?
Muddy has invented a card trick.
It's more like a system.
Yeah, a system. He's hiding the Ace of Hearts using a system that only he knows.
And Harry has to figure it out.
I'm almost there.
I believe he would have gotten it a while ago, if it weren't for the electric shocks he keeps getting from the car. Every time he's about to pick the correct card.
Every darn time. Strange coincidence, that.
Would you like to have a try?
Sure, fire away.
If you pick the right one 3 times in a row, you win.
Is there a prize?
No. Are you ready anyway?
Yeah, so what now?
Pick a card. The second from the left. Are you certain? Wrong. The second from the... Wrong. The second from the... Right. Okay. Right. The third. Right.
Ouch! The auto body gave me an electric shock.
That's crazy. The same thing happened to me when I won the last time.
Is there anything else?
Enough with this game. Gotta run.
Don't let the door hit you on your way out.
Wow. Somehow I feel better now. Elevated, energetic, rather charged. Winning a game always lifts your spirits. But maybe it's just the electrostatic charge from the auto body. Empty, except for a tow rope. I'll take the tow rope.
Ouch! What was that?
Lightning! You've been struck by lightning!
Really? It didn't feel like anything I expected. It was so... unspectacular.
Anyway, you're a creature of energy now.
Yes, yes. That seems to be the case.
So why don't you start acting like one? Wooga!
Wooga?
Wooga!
Wooga!
Now that you are a being of pure energy, I guess you won't be needing this anymore.
Wooga.
Oops! It's starting to roll away.
Hey! What's going on? Stop!
Ugh. Isn't... Let's see how good this stuff really is. Hello? You have a visitor.
Just a moment, please. I'm watching this.
But I need refuge.
Wait a second. You're Edna. Mattis Conrad's daughter.
What? You knew my father?
Did I know your father? The story of your father has become legend. Don't you remember what happened back then?
No. In fact, I forgot everything. Tell me now. I want to hear the whole story.
Yes, I think you should know. You probably know that your father was convicted for the murder of a child. He was given the death penalty.
Yes, I've heard that. But I don't believe it.
And he was not the perpetrator, indeed.
I knew it.
Actually, the whole thing happened like this. What's that? Is somebody playing the organ?
That's not important now. Just tell me what happened.
No, I have to check. I'll be back in a moment. Now you just wait here, and don't touch anything.
All right.
You have to promise.
Yeah, I won't touch anything. I promise.
Good girl. See you in a bit. I'll tell you everything when I get back.
I'd better take it somewhere where there's a wall plug. There. Now it's powered up, and the acoustics should be better as well. All right, I'll take it again, but I'll leave it plugged in. The cable doesn't seem to be very long, though. It's not my fault, honestly.
We should get out of here as fast as we can. This guy is a real psychopath.
I didn't mean to do that. I still can't believe what you did.
You'd better believe it, but do so quietly. If at all possible, I need to contemplate.
Sounds like someone playing the guitar. Is that you, Harvey?
Hey! Don't make so much noise down there! The guitar strings are vibrating in harmony with the organ! If you don't stop doing that, you'll create feedback!
Hey, isn't that the Keymaster's voice? Hey, this rocks!
Whoa! Stop it! This is horrible! Turn that off!
That was fun. What was that scream? I think he's had it. I think he's had it. No. Oh no. I didn't mean to do that. Or did I? All this can't be true. Wake me up, Harvey. Please? Harvey? Harvey? Say something.
I'm sorry, Edna. I just had the feeling as if I...
What? What's up? Do you remember something?
Oh, nothing. We We've got more important things to do right now. Take the key and let's get out of here as fast as we can, okay?
You took the words right out of my mouth, Harvey. Home. Finally.
What now?
I can remember things. But just little details. I used to set ants on fire in that flower bed over there. In this pond, I used to blow up frogs. It all feels smaller than it used to. Let's try to get inside. Then we'll look for my room. I used to write a diary. Maybe it's still there. I'm sure I'll be able to remember everything with that. I think my father kept the key in one of these gnomes. But which one can it be? It wasn't this one. But which? But which? But which? I guess. Well, look at that. Here's the key. It's always the one you try last. I can hardly wait to be back home. Finally. Oh no! It's broken and stuck in the lock now. Good idea. Great. I have the remains of the broken key. Maybe he'll be of some use now after all those years of misery. Right. This will take care of the weeds. My father never allowed me to play with it, but I can't see him anywhere. Let's see what this old furnace can do.
Shall we set fire to the moon?
No, Harvey. We are regular, average, mentally stable citizens. Dr. Marcel is the one who's crazy, and we'll prove it.
Then maybe after we've proven it?
Yes. Then we can set fire to the moon.
Yippee!
This is how I used to model golems.
I remember. The golems used to trample on Alfred's sandcastles all the time.
And everyone who says differently is a liar. But I think I can really use a bit of mud right now. I'll make an impression by pressing the individual parts into the clay. Great! It worked! Okay, maybe this will help. I'm terribly sorry about this, but I have to melt down the master key again. What worked one time? Children, the gold is ready. Good idea. I'll pour the gold into the mold. Yippee! My own front door key! My father didn't want me to have one.
That was to prevent you from escaping your room. After all, the same key fits the lock of your bedroom, too.
This really is my old room. I've made it, at last. The only thing I need now is my diary. Do you remember where I used to keep it, Harvey?
Strange. This memory is still hazy. But I think with all these items here, it should be easy to tempomorph to the past one last time.
Oh yeah. We'll just hide the diary someplace where I'll be able to find it in the present.
Or we could just have a look at it right away.
Even better. What are we waiting for? Let's go!
All right then, hang on!
I can't believe it. What am I doing wrong with you? Putting a lizard down the back of poor Alfred's shirt. Is this the way I raised you?
Right. I can remember that. My dad grounded me.
As if this door could ever contain us.
We're only interested in the diary, Harv.
Mr. Conrad! Mr. Conrad!
Great.
The return of the moron.
What's the matter, Alfred?
Will you punish Edna now?
I was about to do that, yes.
She has to be severely punished. The monster bit me in the shoulder. I won't be able to play the violin ever again!
Rest assured that the punishment will fit the crime, Alfred.
I hope so. My dad says your disciplinary actions for reprimanding this hyperactive lunatic...
Thanks.
...are, politely put, insufficient.
Oh, so that's what he says.
We should use a scorpion next time.
If you don't mind, I would like to keep watch personally, just to make sure that her full penalty is served.
Go ahead. And now come out of here, please.
That stinking little weasel.
Just ignore him. Let's just try to find the diary. This is already... Hey, where are you going?
I wanted to stretch my legs a bit on the ledge.
Cut that out. We wanted to find the diary real quick, nothing else. Hey, there's my diary.
Well, that's what I call easy. It's not like us to catch a break.
Finally, I'll be able to remember.
Yippee!
Wait a second. When was this murder that my father is supposed to have committed?
The Reverend said something about the 3rd of August.
According to the diary, that's today. You've temple morphed me back to the day of the murder.
Oops.
No. This is, in fact, very good. Now we can prove his innocence firsthand. We'll just have to find him and never let him out of our sight. Let's get out of here. Finally, we can prove his innocence.
Maybe Edna can inspire the woodpecker somehow. Hey, Edna, why don't you do what the woodpecker does?
What do you mean? Shall I knock on the door to draw Alfred's attention?
Oh, I was thinking you could bash your head against the wall. But your plan isn't bad either.
What is it?
Come on, Harvey.
Stop it or... Hey! Where did she go? Did she climb out the window? Hey!
Okay, we'd better split up to find Mattis. I'll look upstairs, you look downstairs.
And if I find him?
You come and get me, of course.
All right. Edna?
Yes, Harvey?
What if Mattis really is a psychotic killer?
Don't be ridiculous, Harvey. Mattis couldn't hurt a fly.
It was just a thought. I didn't want to admit it to Edna, but I'm a little scared.
What's up, Harvey?
It's Mattis! He's making soup out of children!
I don't know what you mean.
I mean exactly what I just said! Mattis is the killer after all! Come on, let's go!
But what's going on? I don't understand one single word.
But he was here! He was standing at the oven and...
Cooking children. Don't you realize how ridiculous that sounds?
I must have been mistaken.
Just go on looking, okay?
What's going on here? Edna!
What now?
I'm certain this time! Mattis is burning children in the furnace!
No, he's not, Harvey.
Come with me! I'll prove it to you! This is... I don't get it.
Are you all right, Harvey? I'm beginning to be more concerned about you.
How can I be so mistaken? Can you lift me up a little?
Sure. What is it this time?
I don't know yet. It was Mattis again.
Come on, we'll both have a look. See? There's nothing there. I think we'd better call the whole thing off. It was an exhausting day. I might as well wait till tomorrow to restore my memory. The temple morphing doesn't seem to do you any good.
No, I'll manage. Let's keep on looking. Help me, Edna! I'm hallucinating!
What did you see this time?
I saw Mattis with the Prince of Darkness, and they...
Wait a second. Are those voices? There really is somebody on the porch. You stay here. I'll go have a look.
I think the two of them would make a nice couple. I could well imagine a future for them.
Your daughter, my son? Ha! One would have to recondition her thoroughly. Edna lacks all respect and is full of defiance.
But aren't you on the verge of a breakthrough in the field of, what do you call it?
Correction of character. That's exactly what your daughter needs.
After one of those treatments, there might still be a way she could... Oh, could you excuse me for a moment? What's this all about, Edna? You know full well you're supposed to be in your room.
I know, but...
No buts. The doctor is right. You're in serious need of a correction of character.
Please don't, Dad. I don't want to...
We'll speak about this later. Right now, you go back to your room. I'm pretty mad at you, young lady. And by the way, try being nicer to Alfred, will you?
Nicer to Alfred? Don't make me laugh.
Shut up, Harvey. It's your fault, after all. What were all those lies supposed to mean anyway?
I've been thinking it over, and basically it's pretty simple. It's not my fault at all. I'm just a figment of your imagination, remember? So why wonder if I'm a little, well, inaccurate every once in a while? Especially when it comes to observations you couldn't possibly have made yourself.
Inaccurate is something different and completely and utterly absurd.
Are you mad at me now?
Oh, Harvey, I can't be mad at you.
Got you!
He's strangling me!
Alfred, what are you doing? Give Harvey back to me.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Please, Alfred. I'm really sorry. I've made a resolution to be nicer to you in the future.
Stop pretending! You're not the least bit sorry, you little monster! You're completely crazy! Not only do you try to kill me with lizards, you also talk to that ragdoll rabbit! Now you're surprised, aren't you? I read your diary. Harvey this and Harvey that, and Alfred is always the stupid toad, isn't he? But that will soon stop. I'll tell it all to my dad, and they'll take that stupid rabbit away from you. They might even lock you up in Dad's asylum with the other loonies. That's where you belong in my book. Edna talks to her ragdoll rabbit. Edna talks to her ragdoll rabbit.
Please, Alfred, don't.
Help me, Edna! He's hurting me!
What'll I do?
Push him.
What?
Push him! Just push him! Push him down the stairs!
Oh no. Now I can remember everything. It was me who killed Alfred. It was in the heat of the moment. I couldn't let him take Harvey away from me.
Yes, it was you. You killed my son. Your father took the blame to protect you. I promised him that I would take care of you. But I only saw one way of doing that. I tried to create you anew, like a blank sheet of paper on which to start a new story, to erase all your tomfoolery. I nearly succeeded on many occasions, but you always found a way back to your memories. It's only now that I understand the root of the problem. Your ragdoll rabbit, Harvey, he is the anchor that moors you to the past. If you destroy him, you can finally live in peace without guilt.
Don't listen to him! He'll destroy everything that is you! All your creativity! All that fun! Look, he's standing in the exact same spot his son was! Just a little push, and we'll be free at last! He's the only one who knows of our guilt!
Oh no. What will I do?